What that means, it's time for our weekly Busy webinar here at BusyWeb. I am Trigby. I am the Director of Buzz Development here at BusyWeb. And as always, it's my faithful sidekick and chaperone, Jenna. Say hi, Jenna.
Hello.
Last time you and I worked together, Jenna, you were pretty sick. You kept running into the other room and coughing. Are you feeling better today?
I think so. Knock on wood. But
Perfect.
no coughing yet.
Perfect. Cool. Well, as long as you're feeling better. So today we're going to be talking about how to rock the holiday season, how to give yourself the gift of new customers, and how to get more people to buy from you so you can have a great holiday season. So Jenna, do you have your non-denominational coffee cup with you today?
I do.
Excellent. I also am full of non-denominational coffee. So let's get started. So a couple of administrative notes before we begin. If you are, the best way to do that is to segment your list, your audience into different lists. So segmentation is a fancy marketing term. It means dividing people into groups based on information like interests or something as simple as demographics. So you might already be segmenting by categorizing or grouping your context. If you aren't, I encourage you to do so, because a lot of promotions are not one size fits all. So knowing what your audience wants helps you create relevant promotions. You're not going to be wasting your time sending people messages that they're not going to be interested in. So every group of people includes a wide variety of interests and demographics. So your audience is likely to be broken into regular customers and donors, while others are perhaps a little bit more seasonal. And then your new customers are not going to be the same audience as your VIPs, which are going to be your vendors, your partners, your board members, and people who are invested in the business. When you're sending out holiday email promotions, you have a lot of different options, because you want to consider sending separate emails specifically about your promotions, but also make sure that you are mentioning them in any regular email newsletters you send out during the holidays, as well as all of your social networks and on your website, even in your physical location if you have one, basically anywhere you interact with your customers and clients. So what kind of holiday promotions are best to include in your emails? Well, you can do a coupon or a discount. You can do free shipping. You can do a featured product or service like Vicky's does here that's on the right. You can encourage customers to buy directly from your website, and the way you do that is including links to individual products right in your email. And then if you're a nonprofit and you're running a donation drive, make sure that your email readers are aware that you're running a donation drive like the Baltimore Humane Society did on this specific day last year. And what a cute picture of two puppies. That's basically a pictorial representation of Jenna and I.
It's not far off.
You can also offer other promotions that increase awareness of your nonprofit organization by hosting events and asking people to register or become donors or sponsors. So what the Baltimore Humane Society did was a fun social media outreach project to have their audience take selfies with their pets and then post them to social media with information about the Humane Society. And you can use email to increase membership for a nonprofit, or if you have a loyalty program, you can definitely build that through email. So when you're creating your promotions, make sure that you are answering a very simple question. Why does this message offer matter right now? That's what your audience thinks every time they receive any message in your inbox. You need to tell them quickly and succinctly what is in it for them and how to get their attention. So how do we do that? Well, think about the subject line to start with. Use a strong subject line that tells them the most important information in that email. You should also make sure to your readers, clear to your readers what your offer actually is. So why does this matter? Well, in this particular instance, you get free shipping. So 'tis the season for free is what the teaser line, the subject line gets you, but what exactly are you getting? You're getting free shipping. So you know exactly what it is very quickly. Here's an email from a chocolate company. Then they're highlighting their favorite seasonal ingredient, which is non-denominational peppermint. And it's got a beautiful picture there. It kind of makes your breath feel a little bit fresh just even by looking at it. So even just having a simple picture that goes along with that. So finally, we've got an email from Gorilla Doctors. It's a nonprofit that is helping endangered mountain gorillas. It's a very direct call to action where the large photo is asking for donations on Giving Tuesday, which is an annual international call to give to charitable causes. This year, Giving Tuesday, I think, is December 1st. Is that right, Jenna?
Yes.
Cool. So December 1st is Giving Tuesday. So you can see here with Gorilla Doctors, their email makes it easy to donate. The photo itself is actually a clickable link to a website where readers can donate. And then further down in the email, another link brings readers to the same page. So your holiday content doesn't have to be all about shopping and gifts. One of the things that irritates me is we never actually stop and appreciate Thanksgiving. So here's some great content for Thanksgiving. This is an RV resort in Florida. They have a lot of promotional events for the holidays throughout the year. And so for Thanksgiving last year, they sent out an email letting people know what the campground would look like and that it would hold a potluck dinner. So on Facebook, they posted a Thanksgiving graphic and let people know that campsites were still available for reservation. Then on Pinterest, they had a board specifically for Thanksgiving tips and decor, and a lot of their decorative ideas were great for outdoor decorating, perfect for campers and their core customers. So this is an email from another business. This is a massage place in El Paso, Texas. It's a simple message that thanks their clients and wishes them a happy and healthy holiday season. Thanksgiving is a perfect opportunity for you to reach out to your contact list and thank your loyal customers and donors and supporters for their business year. Because really, who doesn't like turkey? You like turkey, right, Jenna?
Of course.
Can you believe there's some people in the world who don't like turkey?
My mom's a vegetarian, so
Really?
she always has tofurkey.
Well, that doesn't count if you're a vegetarian. She doesn't like any meat. There are people in the world who like meat just fine, just don't like turkey. But we're getting off topic. So I mentioned a couple of different marketing tools. We talked about email. We talked about Facebook and Pinterest on the last slide. So one more important thing to keep in mind, you should be reaching your customers wherever they are with your holiday communications. And that includes email and social media. So share your email on your social media profiles. To be clear, email is technically social media, but make sure you also post updates about your offers anywhere you can, like this chocolate place did on Facebook. And then share product photos, include tips and guides on how to use the products, reviews from customers who've purchased the products. Pinterest is fantastic for product photos because users can click directly on the images to purchase right to your website. If you're a nonprofit, make sure that you are asking for donations. Use photos and videos that tell your organization's story. Always link to a page where your followers can make a donation to your nonprofit. On Facebook, nonprofits can add a donate page to their pages so their followers can contribute without even leaving the social network. And always make sure that you are asking questions to spark conversation. What of your products or programs do your customers like best? What do they want to see more of? What do they want to see specials on? These kinds of conversations can help you plan future promotions and keep your offers pretty relevant. So, okay, we're 25% of the way through. Jenna, has anybody asked any questions yet?
Doesn't look like it, no.
Okay. Well, if you are interested in asking a question, make sure you do so. You can see on the right-hand side of your screen where the blue bar is. If you ask a question there, Jenna will interrupt me and we'll make sure that we get your question answered. So since we are going to we're planning our holiday offers, now let's look at some ideas of what exactly we can do for a holiday offer. So once you determine what your holiday marketing goal is, you've thought about your plan for the holidays. Now we have to think of what exactly are we going to offer people. So here's some ideas you can use depending upon the goal you set, and then we'll go through these in a little more detail. So you can do a discount. You can do a download, an event invite or update. You can do a B2B service, a hint and tip or tip, and then supporting a cause for a nonprofit. And it doesn't have to be just your nonprofit. If you're supporting a specific one, that's a good marketing tool to use as well. So let's talk about discounts. With discounts, you get to provide a percentage or $1 off through a limited time period. It's kind of like a buy one, get one free promotion, or get a gift for yourself when you purchase one for a friend. You can also offer coupons. So Constant Contact specifically offers users a trackable coupon that can tell you who redeemed your offer at all times, making it easier to market to that specific audience in the future. Next is downloads, downloadable content. What the value here is it gives your audience some insider tips or information, and you can use your expertise in what you do to provide a great benefit for your customers. So this could be anything from a tip, study, a guide related to your business, an ebook, advice on what to do or not to do while using a product or service, or any exclusive content you might have. So events are great. With an event, consider offering an early bird registration discount, or a buy one, get one ticket, or limited time offers for upgrades, like special seating, free parking, or admission. Now that I'm a dad, I love free parking because then I'm always the one who has to drive the car around and drop everybody off and walk in the cold. Jenna, you don't have to do that, do you? Of course not.
Oh, no.
So if your business is a B2B, which means business to business, and the idea there is, do you sell to other businesses? Consider offering your expertise. If you're a marketer like we are, that might be giving them a free service, like a review of your clients' emails, newsletters, or when they do a consultation at full price. So kind of a, get one, buy a little bit more. Or bundle an offer, provide something extra for a lower rate. One of the things we're offering right now is a $1,000 discount on our bus builder services. Yes, you heard that right, $1,000. But you'll have to contact me if you want to learn more. So next is hints and tips, and really this kind of falls into the idea of educational information. This is a great offer for customers because people love how-to information. People love insider tips. So what you want to consider doing is giving them tips or steps to solve a particular problem that your product helps them solve. So even you might want to give them an insight on the latest trend in your industry, or even provide best practices for how to use your product or maintain your products and services. Nonprofits rely on support and donations from volunteers throughout the year, but the holidays are a really important time for fundraising and giving. If you're a nonprofit, you can use email marketing to help plan events and to plan donation drives. So you could give away exclusive access to an event in exchange for volunteer hours or donations, or you could offer a sponsorship listing for donors who give a certain amount of money, or even discounted membership in the new year. You can also think about using limited time offers. So for instance, donate today to get involved and to join our cause. So we've looked at planning for the holidays. We've looked at what to expect for the holidays and why it's important to get ready now. Let's talk about creating a campaign that's going to drive real tangible results for you. So quickly, let's go over what a campaign is. It doesn't have to be expensive or elaborate. Simple is great, especially if you're a local business. Simple is fantastic. To run a campaign, you need to do two things. Number one, you need to push content out, like an offer, a free download, a promotion, or whatever, and then you pull a response, which is a physical, measurable response. So really, you're trying to get your audience to react. And so a campaign itself can be sent by email, or even on social media. So there are 6 tips we're going to give you today to make your holiday promotion work and set this up. So first, timing is crucial during the holidays because you want to make sure that you leverage key dates, of course, those national holidays, but also think about retail events that have become popular over the last few years, like Black Friday, like Save Local Saturday, or even Cyber Monday. So leverage those key dates, and let's go over some of those big dates for this year. Oops, I lost my mouse. There it is. So Black Friday, this is usually the day after Thanksgiving. It's the big retail holiday of the year. It's where the etymology of that is that's when retailers usually hit become in the black in terms of sales. In-store retail traffic is kind of declined, especially if you're a tiny person. You got to throw some elbows out there. But Black Friday is still a pretty major day in the retail calendar. This year it's November 27th. And then the day after that is Small Business Saturday. So this is something that American Express founded about 5 years ago. The idea is to encourage customers to shop at local small businesses after you've elbowed your Aunt Eunice out of the way to get that TV at Walmart. And finally, Cyber Monday is usually the Monday after Thanksgiving. We're all going back to work, and we're doing secret shopping during those days. This year, Cyber Monday is going to be on November 30th. So when you're thinking about your promotions, make sure that you are thinking about shipping days as well. So you make sure that you alert your customers when you've got free shipping, or what date do you need to get their order to make sure that they are shipped in time for a specific holiday. So make it timely. Next, make it easy. Your content should help your audience quickly find the gift they're looking for and answer your call to action. So here's an email from a company called Happy Wine. It's a wine shop in Miami, and they've got 8 featured wines, only 8 featured wines. So, and they go typically with traditional Thanksgiving food. So you can see how they add images and some text to go along with it. So here's another great example from the Rose and Dove. This is something where they're clearly seeing, you can see some thematic elements that it's the holidays, and you have big words like like gift with purchase that are associated with that. But make sure your design is used wisely. Has to be well organized, spotlights a limited number of products or services, usually 3 to 5. Have a little bit of room for descriptions, but by and large, just don't clutter your space. Third, make it engaging with video. Video is a great way to engage with your audience because people really prefer watching a video to reading a long, drawn-out web page full of text. So videos are great for holiday marketing messages. So response-wise, videos generally increase click-through rates by about 300%. So what do you actually feature in your video? Make sure it's spotlighting your product, your customers, clear call to action. So videos are also a great way to show an organization's culture, because realistically, everybody's going to buy only from who they like. So showing people how people interact and view each other in video, it's a great way to entice people to buy from you during the holiday season. And don't forget to promote your video. Making a video is great, but if nobody looks at it, it's not that fantastic. So whatever visual content you use in your mail, repurpose on your social media, share videos on social media, and encourage audience engagement. So fourth, and this gets a little tricky for folks, but make it engaging with reviews. 88% of all online shoppers use online reviews to help them decide on a purchase. 88%. So what does that mean for you? It means you shouldn't be afraid to ask for feedback. Encourage your audience to write reviews for you. Ask them to do it. Include links to relevant places on your website to even create those reviews. Then include those reviews in your content. quote those reviews, link them in your emails, post them on social media, and keep on top of whatever your most popular items and services are. Because this can help you plan future promotions because your audience is telling you what works and also what doesn't. If you do get a negative review, make sure that you respond professionally, and if possible, you even want to ask the reviewer how you can contact them so you can try and resolve the situation. So having a negative review isn't a bad thing, but not dealing with it truly is a bad thing. 5, make your emails shareable. So if you're using Constant Contact, they've got a great share bar that all your end user has to do is click on a button and you're already there. And they've also got a program called Simple Share. So when you create a post for multiple social media profiles, it publishes a link to all of those different places. By and large, though, make sure that you use social media buttons anywhere you can. It gives your email audience an easy way to follow you on social media. Then you want to remind your audience to share your promotions on Facebook, like them on Facebook, retweet on Twitter, or even pin on Pinterest. Your audience, even if it's really small, has a tremendously large amount of influence via word of mouth. And you can get your promotions in front of more people, like your friends, and family, if they help spread the word for you. Finally, make sure that your offer is mobile. Mobile is the new buzzword, and it's more and more prevalent in the world around us. So here are a couple of things that to keep in mind as you're preparing for the holiday season. First and foremost, don't have a lot of text. Think about it. If you are reading long and complex messages on your phone, you probably need to get out more. But if you're on the go, are you going to be reading long and complex messages? Not so much. So that also means that your customers or your supporters aren't going to want to do that either. So do you want to read this headstand workshop thing if you're on the go and if you're walking to and from someplace? Probably not. What you probably want to see instead is something fairly basic like this. So the long form content is viewable as long as you're clicking on it. That's interesting. I don't know how I did that. The long form content, it doesn't really work for mobile readers. So can it be condensed? Can a picture tell the story better? And can you turn your newsletter into a series by cutting it into pieces? So if you do have more complex content that you want to share, maybe what you want to do instead is send an email with a clear call to action that directs people to where that asset lives. Hopefully that'll be on your website because you want to push people back to your online storefront. Second, make sure you don't use multiple columns. That just never works out well in email. This is the same on a mobile device. This is the same email in 2 columns. And it looks terrible. Make sure you use a clear and easy call to action. In this particular instance, their goal is to get people to sign up. So make sure it's clear, it's not cluttered, it's even a different color. Make sure you also don't use tiny fonts. A phone is tiny enough already, so having to try and figure out what something said is just gonna tick people off. This is the same email in a 9-point font. So yeah, all the text fits on the screen, but who can actually read that? People need to pinch to zoom the text, and then they have to scroll around, and more than likely or not, they're going to just delete the email. So this one is a little bit better. The font reaches sort of what we would consider a minimum size, which is 11 points, and starts to bring greater contrast to the text in the background. Finally, make sure that you use images carefully. Images are a great way to convey a message or tell a story, but if you don't carefully consider how you're going to use those images, you might end up with unintended consequences. Best case scenario, they'll just ignore the message. Worst case scenario, they will unsubscribe from your list and you won't even be able to talk to them anymore. So here's a couple of challenges that we see, like this particular instance, that big red X. That's because some mobile email clients don't display images by default. So make sure what you're using is called alt text, or text that appears if the image doesn't, so at least people know what's there. And then in the example on the right, this is a great picture. I've shown it to you 4 or 5 times by now. It's a photo of a yoga class. Yoga class. Did I say yoga?
Yeah, you did.
Yoga. Yoga. I don't even know what that means. We'll have to have a young person come tell us. Jenna,
you only golf once?
You only golf once. I love it. Perfect. Somebody get that domain name before we get off here. So this is the same image I've showed you before. It looks great on a desktop, but if it's not sized correctly for mobile device, it's literally 3 women bending over. You have no idea that it's really a yoga class. So make sure that you're aware of how those images appear. So all this being said, the best tip I can offer you today is to keep it very simple. You do not need a complicated strategy to end the year on a high note. Just think of some simple ways to engage your audience. So here's a great example. This is Donna's Gourmet Cookies. It couldn't be simpler in what she's doing here. All she's doing is posting a picture of cookies, which she's just made, and she's not selling them. All she's saying is, yep, we've got them. But here's where it gets fun. Just by posting a picture of cookies, she gets 9 people to interact and 1 person to even share. And then it gets even more fun because the 1 person communicates back with Donna's Cookies and says, look at these adorable holiday cookies. Since they're from Donna's, I'm sure they taste even better than they look. So the question then is, who's doing the selling? Is it Eileen or is it Donna? Spoiler alert, the customer is actually doing the selling for Donna. And here's where it gets awesome. Cindy, who looks frighteningly like Diane Sawyer, who's friends with Eileen, says, where's Donna's located? I would love to order some. So again, who's doing the selling here? Who got an order? Did Donna do that? No. She created interesting and enticing content, shared it with her followers, and then her followers did the selling for her. So how do you get started with your holiday marketing? Here's a couple of things to do. So quick review on what we've talked about already. Know your goal. Choose one objective for your holiday promotion. Too many holiday promotions will confuse your customers. Second, what's the offer? You have a lot you can choose from, but make sure it's clear and compelling for your customers. Third, make it timely. Remember that the shopping cycle for the holidays is going to take into account shipping time, last-minute shoppers, and the deadlines that you and your customers face when you're getting ready for the holidays. So plan your marketing ahead of time. This is something you should be doing for the holidays, but actually all year round. So start out at the end of each week by creating a simple calendar of social media posts that you plan on sharing with whatever social networks that you use. General themes, you can feel free and steal this from us. We've listed a couple here as examples. And then get more specific as you start filling in some details about your campaigns. If you're a little more advanced and want to plan several campaigns to help drive action to your promotion, maybe a content calendar is appropriate. This is something that Jenna works up on a regular basis for our clients. And what she does is she marks the dates of regular communications, like monthly newsletters, and then she adds the social media posts and promotional campaigns. And then within there, then they're influencing holidays like Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, and when we're going to communicate through email and social media. So if you have everything planned in advance, it's going to save you a ton of time when the holidays are here. So everybody's busy. I'm busy. You're busy. Jenna's busy. You might not want to be, or you can't be on your computer all day. I know I hate it. So here are a couple of things you can do to use some automation tools that can do some of the work for you. So start simple. Set up welcome email messages for your email marketing, and those get triggered every time you send your list to somebody when they sign up. Next, if you've created a marketing calendar for the holidays, you can create your holiday emails in advance and then schedule them to send at the times and days that you choose. Then third, you can also try autoresponders. These are emails that are sent out based on certain triggers, like a birthday or an anniversary. And you can also schedule your social media posts. You don't actually have to be sitting in front of the computer anymore to post to your networks. Facebook has its own scheduling tool. The other networks don't yet. But we recommend Hootsuite, Hootsuite, to schedule posts for Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. It also has an Instagram feature that reminds you when to post content and even makes it easy to share images with. So basically, it doesn't take a lot of time to keep on track with your marketing and planning. Try at least to do 20 uninterrupted minutes at a time, 3 to 5 times a week, to do email scheduling, social media planning, posting, and monitoring, and just make it part of your regular schedule. So at the end of the day, you're really only going to be spending no more than an hour and a half on this stuff. Another thing you really need to to make time for is measuring your results. So if you're not measuring, you're not marketing. You need to be knowing who's opening your marketing emails, when they opened it, how many times they opened it, what they clicked on, both on an individual basis and then percentage-wise as well. So you want to know how many people respond to your surveys, sign up for your events, pay for your events, or even get a special deal or donation if you're a nonprofit. These are some of the reports from some of our clients in Constant Contact. Most reputable services will give you similar reports to this. But just don't forget about your social media reports. All of the social networks except Instagram provide you with some reports on how your marketing is doing. You really have to know what is working and what isn't, because you should do more of what's working and stop doing what isn't working. It's a simple concept, but it's difficult to understand and really comprehend, and you have to measure to know what's going to help you grow. So now you're ready to take on the holidays. The best practices we cover today, they're going to help you stay in touch with your customers, reach new ones over this holiday season, and really grow your business. So congratulations, you're ready to be a holiday marketer. So any questions that we can answer for you? Jenna, has anybody chimed in with a question as of yet?
No questions, no.
Well, I guess we're perfect today, Jenna. We've answered everything that anybody could possibly want to ask.
Well, of course.
I don't know how we could do better. So we're going to have to tell the other people who do webinars how great we are, and really what a wonderful audience all you have been. Does anybody laugh at that? No.
I'm not sure. No LOLs.
No LOL. Man, all right. They're probably just doubling over in front of their computers. Well, thank you everybody for coming. I just wanted to give you a couple of more options for you from some more resources. We do these events every Wednesday. If you want to see what we are going to do next week, go to busyweb.com/events. If you are interested in taking part in Constant Contact, we can help you with that. Go to busyweb.com/cc. And then you can even go to Constant Contact's Marketing Resource Library as well. So thanks again for coming. If you want, I almost forgot. I did promise you a free thing for taking part. If you want to go to busyweb.com/buzz, we will do a full website audit for you that will tell you everything that you're doing right on your website, everything you need to improve. It's no obligation. It's totally free. It takes about 2 minutes. So if you're interested in talking with me after the fact, this is where you can get me at trigby@busyweb.com. You can call me at 651-252-4052. And yeah, that's just about it. So thanks everybody for coming, and appreciate your time. It looks like we got somebody from France of all places. So hooray. Thanks everybody. We'll see you next week at Wednesday.